Okay, thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Caroline Richards, and I just want to give you a brief introduction before I hand over to my colleague, Juliana. And we're going to talk this morning about the latest features of the new release of the Italian Accounting Localization Bundle. As you know, the bundle doesn't just provide compliance with Italian law, but it also takes account of lots of cultural business differences of the way that people do work in Italy. So it's not just a compliance feature, it also adds a lot more to the functions of NetSuite. So before I do that though, I just wanted to share a piece of news that we're particularly proud of at Clustin. And that's that we've been formally recognized by NetSuite under their Built for NetSuite program. What does that mean? Well, it means that our software has had to undergo a series of tests, which include how well the code has been written, the way in which it's written, the systems and procedures in place to manage that, how well it's integrated with NetSuite. And we know that the NetSuite and the Italian Localization Bundle are fully integrated, which makes it much easier for the customer. And the Built for NetSuite program really shows and guarantees that we have a high level of confidence in this area. As I say, we're particularly proud because we're now one of only 31 partners in the whole of the world that have been recognized under this scheme, 29 of which are in North America. You can see one partner is in India, and then for the whole of Europe, there's Clustin. At the minute, we're the only ones in Europe, and of course, we're based in Italy. Okay, I'm now going to pass over to my colleague, Juliana Mariano, who's going to explain in more detail some of the features of the new release version 1.5 of the bundle. Thank you, Juliana.
Thank you, Carol. So I am going to show the main features released in this version of the Italian Accounting Localization Bundle. The first one is about an automated system to enter payments received from customers. This is about an electronic payment method used in Italy, which is called RIBA, that stands for ricevuta bancaria. It means that there is a credit being transferred to the bank, and it means that the credit generated from an invoice is being cashed under reserve. So the system now provides the feature of automated creation of an electronic file that you can then send to the bank. So the credit being transferred, it will be an operation completely automated. We created a wizard, so the creation of this file and the registration of the customer payment is very quick and automated. So in the portlet that you can find on the home page, this portlet is provided from the Italian Accounting Localization Bundle as well. You can find the link for the wizard. So you click on Emissione RIBA, and then you set some filters like subsidiary, a range of date, the bank account on which you want to register the payments from the customers and to which you want to transfer the credit. You can select also a date on which the payment will be registered. The system provides a list of payments, a list of lines of due dates. These due dates, as you can see, can be also coming from the same invoice, and this is because this bundle now provides also the ability to split the amount of an invoice in multiple due dates, which is very common in Italy. So you select a term of payment which divides the invoice in multiple installments, and different due dates are generated. These due dates that you can see on the invoice are the ones that you will find in this list. So I can select some of them. And then create the file. When the file is, when the wizard ends his operations, you can see the file created exactly in as needed from the bank to be imported. So you can download it and then send it to the bank for the credit transferring. Also from the portlet in the home page, you can see that there is the elenco pagamenti, which is the payment list of all the payment created from this wizard. So once you identified the presentation, once you identified which invoice you want to see as. Okay, so here you can see the list of payment generated from the wizard. You can see that this invoice is being it has been registered as paid with this payment transaction for the amount you selected in the list before. So the invoice is now paid, because even if the customer didn't send money yet, since the credit is being transferred to the bank, the invoice has to be marked as paid. So since this method of payment is cash under reserve, I have to wait until the actual due date of this of the invoice, and then if the customer didn't pay this RIBA, so the payment didn't end well, the bank will debit the amount again on my bank account. This operation is also automated with this release of the bundle. We have the automated registration of the insoluti, which is this operation when the customer doesn't pay the RIBA at his due date. To automatically enter these journal entries, you have to click on Registrazione Insoluti on the portlet, and another wizard will be launched. So you will filter the dates, a range of dates as well. A bank account on which you want to register this debit. A list of RIBA previously created is provided, so you can select the ones that the customers didn't pay, and then click to finish to automatically register these journal entries. In the home page, in the portlet again, you can see here the Elenco Insoluti, which brings you to the page of the journal entries created from this operation. So you can see when you run the wizard, which customer which customer didn't pay, which payment the insoluto refers to, and clicking also the amount and the invoice that the original RIBA refers to. And then if you click on the journal entry column, you are sent to the page of the journal entry created, which debits the bank account and credits again the customer account. Some notes about the invoice that has not been paid are reported here. So the last feature released in this bundle version is a balance sheet reclassification, which means that the operating chart of accounts used in NetSuite for the day-by-day accounting operation can be reclassified in some sort of parallel books. You can link this operating chart of account sorry, to the reclassified balance sheet. As a standard format of reclassified balance sheet is provided as the European format, which is the format required by law for the balance sheet of Italian company to be presented. So this is already installed with the bundle update, but you can also create any reclassified balance sheet customized as you want. Once you link all the account from the chart of account to the balance sheet reclassified, you can click on the home page on the portlet on Elabora e stampa una riclassificazione, which is this link. This is also a wizard where you select the parameters. Period that can be a full year or more or less than a full year. You select the subsidiary you want to you want the balance sheet to be reclassified, and then you select the output printing format. The system will create a file that you will be able to download. It will be a Microsoft Excel file. And you will see the European format, in this case, of the balance sheet with the amounts grouped in accounts as you set before in the reclassification links.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our presentation this morning. As Juliana said, if you have any queries, you can have a look on our website, which is www.clustin.com, and feel free to contact us with any queries that you have. Thank you very much.